Welcome to my jungle. Ah! Boys and girls, I don't know where to start. I'm doing this box right here. And this closet is. This closet is off limits for right now. Uh, I did make some progress. I This is mostly paper, and this is a very large box, but I'm trying to fill it around the edges, and then top it off, and then put it back here where some of the stuff is that's already packed. But what I'm actually gonna do now that I'm thinking of it is put some of the stuff that's packed in here if I can get it in here so it could be together. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. I'm wearing my shirt that says Tears are a blessing. And then today I packed up. Yesterday, I mean, it's like 2 a.m. right now. I'm up for the night. I went to sleep already. So I'm packing that up. And then I had a few of these little black purses that I used for Christmas gifts. And since I had so many left over, I just started emptying my beading table and put them in there, and then put it in a Ziploc bag to drop there. So when I reach home, I'm gonna be able to open up this box and go straight to my table and fill it up. But I won't be able to use my table for a few days because I'm going to take this massive piece of lumber, which is half the size of a full-size bed, and I'm gonna lean it on the wall. But I will be able to take this one box and it be directly for this craft room, and that's what I want. And I was going to get rid of my cards and stuff, but I realized that if I didn't take anything with me, I want this room with me. That's all I do now. This room has to go. So I'm not saying everything. I'm actually trying to take my time because yesterday I fell out. But the unfortunate thing was my daughter was here to see it, and I know that she's unwell, knowing that I'm dealing with stuff like that. But she just has to know it's gonna happen until I'm finished what I'm doing in here. Now, see, this is one of the problems that I have, but it's not going to be a problem because, guess what? I'm not going to let it be a problem. When I had this storage thing put here, which I still have, so I used the wrong word when I said had, I was doing an outdoor whatever, and these are plastic things with greeting cards in it. Now, at one point, I had so many, I didn't know where they were, didn't see them, none of that. So now, I'm going through this shelf, and I have this whole box still here. So, am I going to get rid of them? Absolutely no, I'm not. But one of the blessings is, just say I didn't want the design or whatever the case may be with the particular card. Like, say in loving memories, if I didn't want this, I could turn around and use the cardstock because I used 110-pound cover paper, and I could do whatever I want for the outside, and I would still have the base of the paper. That's why my cards are coming with me, because it is prime real estate, because I already paid for it. So when I was stressed out and all this because I was overconsumption in here, whatever the case may be, I realize now, especially since I did ask two people, you know, what if I should throw the whole room? No, take it all with you. And then I did a picture. I stood in here and I took a picture of the entire apartment, every single room, and then I asked ChatGPT if I was to leave anything and take anything, what should I leave and what should I take? And it said, leave your furniture and take all of your crafting supplies. So I honestly feel that I did do the right thing, making sure I did what I needed to do, and I'm thankful for it. But what I need to do now is try to get it all in one place so that if I decide that I need more rest, I can take more rest. I am very glad that I took off crafting for this entire month and some of last month. I'm thankful because I never knew that this unit was going to call me, so I was preparing without even knowing. So the good thing is now I can just put my things in here together, and then I have so many more Christmas and everything, but I have more cards like this box here and this stack right here. And just put it in here, and hopefully I can find a top to put it on, because I don't know how this is getting to there. But today's Monday. I did mention it's like 2 in the morning. So hopefully I get a phone call today. Hopefully I learned something that I need to know that will help me. But I feel bad. I feel bad because I don't have help. And then I do have one person that lives in my building that I could ask, but I don't want to, because rather than helping me, the only thing she would be, he or whatever would be looking around for what they could take from me. And I don't have a problem with kindness and all that other stuff, but I want progress. And progress is not, oh, you taking this, can I have this? Or you taking this, can I have that? And then turn around, by the time you leave, you're leaving with a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't have time for that. And then I have someone else I could ask. But one thing I do know, you can tell a person's generosity when it is asking if you need help by the way they behave when they're around you to help you. So, like I said, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I already reached out to someone, and because I got a call last night after 1 in the morning. I didn't know I had to call because I had fallen asleep or something. But I need help tonight. So I'm hoping that tonight is a free night for said person, because then I can get at least help building another box. But oh, let me show y'all, boys and girls. This is the dress that I wore when my daughter got married. So I always leave it in my craft room closet. I don't know why. I always leave it in the craft room closet. So I put it in this closet here, and I still wear this dress. So I don't want you to think that it's one of those things that I'm holding because I wore it to the wedding. No, I still wear that. I put it on in the summertime and do my little stroll if I have to go somewhere. So there goes that. But I just found this plastic bag. This dress is a designer dress, by the way, and I'm not into names and all that other stuff, but I paid $15 for it, brand new. I went into a discount store, and the funny thing is, I always said if I was to get married, my dress, my wedding dress would be $100 or under, because I know me, and but this dress here, tag and all, was $15. And that's one of the reasons why I love the fact that I have it. But I need to open up this window a little bit. I'm trying to get all of my beads in one place. So I just found a little empty bucket. I'm going to put some of my bins in here. My plastic bags inside of the bin. And even though I do need help, I want to use the time that I have to sort, throw out, whatever the case may be, so that I don't have to do that when I get where I'm going. Oh, I thought about something. I can't remember your name. Dang. Okay. Captain something. You know who I'm talking about. I believe you need to be added to my freebie list. So my next freebie is going to go to you, only if you choose it. But I was in my room, and I don't know if I was sleeping, and then something made me think to come in here and look. So I came in here and looked just now because it crossed my mind. And yes, my container was there. But I did one of my bracelet videos, and I made this box. And this box was going to be my freebie box. And I had sent out some bracelets, and some of you have gotten yours. Only one person did not. She said her envelope, somebody busted open and took out whatever was in it. I never said what was in it, even after she said, Shay, I think you sent me something because the envelope was open and it was missing. She said, but I know you didn't send me an empty envelope. But I didn't tell her what I sent her. And the good thing was, I didn't want to tell anyone what I sent, just in case it didn't get there. So she was the only person who was missing. So I'm going to choose a bracelet for you now. And no, you're not going to see it. Absolutely not. And stop asking. Stop being nosy. So I'm going to choose a bracelet. I hope you like green, because that's the one I chose. But I'm not going to lie. I really like this one right here. But if you don't like toys, if you understand what I mean, like a big girl, like toys, but it's wrapped to where if you didn't want it, you can give it away. But you only take it if you want it, okay? So I put your bracelet right there. Now, boys and girls, since I have this already here, and I just realized I have some bracelets there. And I'm gonna put that cup there. And some beans there. Put that right there. Okay, we moving. Okay. And then I'm gonna dump all of these. Here, yeah, okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I have a top for this bin. Hopefully I do. I think this is it. Yep, it's there. So I'm going to put the rest of the bracelets in this bin. In this bin. And this is a top to a pretty box. And I could use it and I couldn't possibly not use it. So I'm going to get rid of it. And I have so many little storage things that I'm just going to drop into the box. And I have an envelope I found. See, this is why it's good to have things laying around. My business cards, I'm just going to throw it all in this envelope. I don't have to sort it until another time. And what I'm trying to make sure I do is clean the floor the best I can as I go. Now this bin is nothing but bags. So I'm going to stick that right there. And then my business cards, drop it down there. I have another thing of cards. I'm going to put it right there. But, boys and girls, when I tell you the amount of paper that's in that closet, oh, I kid you not. And it's all in boxes because I got it from the wholesaler. So I'm freaking, I kid you not, the price I paid for it, I'm thankful. But the fact that it is going to be something that I don't have to purchase in a store while things are going bad and all that other stuff, I actually have it, and it's absolutely paid off. So I don't want to toss out and all that other stuff. Nah, I don't do that. Okay, this bin is just about finished, but now the unfortunate thing is, just because I have it doesn't mean it's going with me, because if I'm not willing to put it on, Coral would not use that. I purchased it. I didn't know the quality, but Coral would not use that, so I'm not taking it with me. And I'm not going to give it to someone either, because it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No. Now I have some t-shirts here, and I just want to put my bucket in between them and put it in there. take another shirt here and put it on top because I just want to cushion it so it doesn't crack. And then my little beads, I want them in the middle. And then I'm going to take a towel that I believe is right here and put it around the edges. So I'm just going to leave this right here. I'm trying to get this box closed before my friend comes upstairs because he said don't use towels to wrap things because it makes too much bulkiness. But sometimes you do things you want to do your way. I'm accustomed to wrapping with towels because then when I reach, my towels are there. So it's just something I'm used to. Now I have some mason jars that I had put a little decoration on. I'm going to put some bracelets in there to use for storage. Now this whole container here is stickers. And I don't want it to drop out. So I'm going to take one of these purses that I had and trying to get rid of. See if I can dump it all in here. Yep, I sure can. And then put the tray in here with my washi tape right there. And I don't want this, so I'm not taking it with me. Put that in there. And then I have the purse and my stickers, but I'm going to look for some more stickers. My double-sided tape and my stickers. Ah! There you go. And these little bags, I got these bags with deliveries, and I kept them because I didn't know if I was going to use them. Not everything I want to keep because I don't want to keep a bunch of junk, but I'm glad I have them because now I need them. Now these beads here I'm not taking with me, but I will put them in my vehicle with my name. Because if I see a little kid, you know, somebody that knows that I'm a safe stranger, I will just, especially if I see them with their parent, I'll just ask the parent, can I hand the child something? And then they usually say what, and then I say crafting supplies or whatever the case may be, and they say yeah, and then you'll be able to know who I am, that I'm not somebody who might have laced something with some poison or whatever. So I'm thankful that I've never had an issue with that. If I'm sitting in my car and I say to someone, excuse me, and then when they look and they're off guard, I say, look at the car, I'm the same person. And then if there's something I have that I don't want to throw away, I hand it to the person. So, and there's never anything of value that can be resold and paid my rent and all those other things. So please don't let the little bit of kindness get me what? Yeah. Ooh, I needed a top, and there goes the top right there. Ooh, I knew I had one. I had this lonely little box, and I knew I had a top. Now I have all of these letters. Ugh. I'm sick of this here. I'm just dropping beads, and guess who's stepping on them? Me. Leather sticker. Now my little bag, I'm going to put my bags in them. In one. Put it in with my stickers. And my business cards. And this little envelope. Now some of these beads I don't want, but I'm not going to sort them because it's easier for me to just put the whole thing in there and be done with it. Now I have this, all of these beads here, and I'm not going to sort them, even though I know some of them I don't want to use. I'm going to put my double-sided tape in there. I'll put my beads in here. See this? I need it. Prime real estate, boys and girls. Something's on my feet. There are beads all over the place. Okay. I needed this, and I'm going to drop it in this bag. Nope. I'm going to drop it in that bag. Here goes another lonely little sticker. Put it right there. Here's a Valentine card, and it's one of the 3D cards that I can't really put in the mail, so I'm going to stick it in here, right there. And I didn't even realize I had the top, but I'm thankful I found it. It's in here somewhere. I put it in here. 2 tops. Two tops. Now I get to put it under there. Right there. Flatten that up there. Yeah. I don't see the other bin, but wonder if I should leave this out. I think it would be wise. Now this can fit right there, nice and flat. Nice and flat. I need 2 of these. I have 2 of these. Are they together? Yep, they're together. I gotta wait for that. See, boys and girls, a little bit of planning. Now this is, I think this is almost fit. Nope, nope, nope. Some more double-sided tape. Some more beads, but guess what? I don't want it. Now, let me show you something. At a point in time, I was doing resin. So I made this with little flowers and stuff. But it didn't come out so perfect right there. But if I could find a top, then I would, put it out in the hallway or something. Not necessarily the whole way, but I wouldn't want to just throw it in the garbage. So I know the top is somewhere in here. It may be up there on that junkie section right there. Ooh, I was looking for my ink pad. Yeah, boys and girls. I knew I had it. Oh, man. And guess what? It wasn't even hidden. It was at the back of this humongous monstrosity of a table. Yeah, I need that. I'm going to keep this. Matter of fact, no, I'm not. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Now this right here, I kid you not, boys and girls, I kid you not, these are for earrings, but you know what? I can't see them. I can't see to open it. So I really wanted to keep them. I can't see to open them with the tool. That's what I can't do. Now, just because I'm struggling to move the box doesn't mean someone else is going to struggle to move the box. So now this is a pair of my earrings when I first started playing with wooden earrings. And I don't have most of the other ones that I didn't like. I actually did a kind thing with them, but I like these. I like those. Now this I want to put in there, so I can put this in here. And I found it, the top to that bin and the top to this bin here. Now I don't see the top to this bin, so I'm just going to take this bin with my little bows and put it into this plastic bag. Make sure it goes flat so nothing breaks it. Nothing breaks it. I'm almost finished. I'm going to put this marker in here. My little tool can't go there. When I started playing with resin, like I said, I made these butterfly earrings, these bumblebee earrings, and that's resin. Like that. I'm gonna put that in there. Now I think this is enough. I just need to get it flat for safety. Safety, yes. Now I need another shirt, or another towel. Because he said make sure that the edges are flat, so I want some cushion on top of that. Cushion on top of that. Cushion on top of that. Now, I do, oh boy. I have all of these beautiful beads. Whew. And I have a space right there. And this goes in there. Look at that. Ooh, yeah, this fits right in there. There you go, boys and girls. Oh, I don't even want to deal with this closet right here, boys and girls. Oh, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, somebody has to save me. Now, I do have a space right here that needs to be filled up. So, now, I just pulled, oh, thank you, Lord. I was about to say, please don't let that thumbtack be on the floor. Ah! I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't actually want to take all of these shower curtains with me, but I'm thankful that I have them because I just need a little cushion inside right there. That's all I need is a little cushion right there. Now, ooh, we are not going there. Where is the tape? Let's shut this box down. Okay, I had tape a few minutes ago. There you go. Oh, this right here is a blessing. And when I say tears are a blessing, I mean it. Because boys and girls, let me tell you something. I'm standing here dizzy. I'm feeling discombobulated. I'm going to pause the video, sit down, get me something to drink. But I kid you not, the blessing is I did this damn box by myself. Ooh. So when I say I need help, I need help. But that doesn't mean that I can't try to do it in the meantime till help comes. What I did wrong, okay, that gives me what's on the floor. And that's a thumbtack. Now, I'm not gonna lie, boys and girls. Oh, that's another thumbtack. I absolutely love these beads right here. And I don't want to. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. I don't want to lose these beads right here. I don't want to lose those beads. I ordered these beads from a wholesaler, and you might see like one individual bag. This bag is like $3 and change in the store, and this bag was full, and I think I paid $22 for this entire bag. So no, baby, we're not leaving a bead. Not a bead. Okay. Plus, I'm going to vacuum this floor. I don't believe I'm taking the rug with me, but I do want to vacuum because I didn't have shoes all over this rug. And being that I don't believe I'm taking it, I might, but I don't believe I am. If someone saw it and they wanted it, I would like to be able to let them have it in a decent manner. You understand? I have to label a box, but I need to drink. There's nothing in this world better than the ice cold sip of water. Boys and girls. I left my little knife in the other room. Sad thing about it, boys and girls, I think this is my last roller tape, and this is not even a dent. That closet is boxes of cardstock, and I kid you not, it's going with me. I don't know if you can see this right here. This is paper, and the unfortunate thing is this paper I can't make cards with. But if I'm making like a business card flyer or something like that, I can do that with that paper. But if you see the amount of typing paper that I have, oh, good Jesus. When I asked my neighbor if he could help me with the paper, he was like, "You have that?" But someone had cancer and her store closed down. So I ended up with this massive amount of typing paper, but I have a HP printer. So at one time I was with the print program. I'm still with the print program. So I was with the paper program, and they were just sending me out packs of paper. And I couldn't understand how they send the paper out. And then I realized they replace what you actually print. So at that time, I was printing 700 sheets of paper a month, which is in this closet right here, because I had access to free prints, free ink. So I was maximizing what I can get done so I can have on hand when I need it, especially for moments when I'm not feeling well and I need to craft through my mental situation. So right there, seven packs of paper. Seven packs of paper. So now let me label the box. Now, I am a mood support crafter. I love these cups. Love these cups. So yesterday when I was in here, I found that I had all of these cups that I did. Now, some of them are mothers. Best mom. This one I did with the flowers when I was trying to do my cup, and I did this this one here. So now I have to find. I do believe I have the straws. It's still with the plastic and everything on it. And I do believe, matter of fact, I have the tops. I just had the tops in my hand yesterday. So I have the tops to these 2 cups. And I already messaged someone. Let me see if he answered. So I just put them all in the bag. And they're... why are you not sleeping? What do you mean, why are you not sleeping? I'm in here grinding. I mean, dang. What do you expect? Packing. Packing. No, he didn't get the message yet. So what I'm actually going to do is leave these 2 cups right here. I'm almost positive the yellow and blue top is there, and the straw, and then I'm done with that. So now my towels that were in the air conditioner to stop the draft, I took these 2 out of that air conditioner. I'm going to take the 2 out, or 3 or whatever I use to keep the draft out of the air conditioner, and drop them in my washing machine, because these towels are what you see hanging up all over the different places. I'm going to use them to wrap other stuff. So I'm going to throw this in the washing machine. Now this I can't do anything with right now, because these are all my cards, my bookmarks, and stuff like that. That's on my listing sites online. So I have them all in here, nice and neat and labeled up. So I don't know how to pause the site, so I have to keep my my already provided storage stuff out. Right here where everything is. Right there. Now, I do have a big box, but I'm trying to figure, I actually don't have to figure it out anymore. I actually didn't know how big the box really was, but I need it. Need it, boys and girls. I need it. did mention that it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure if you can see. You could probably see somewhere. Well, yes. If you can see my feet right here. Now, all over my floor, I have carpet squares that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. All over. You can't see it from here. And then I have a rug that I got, which is brown. You may be able to see it right here with a different pattern. And then here I have another rug that I had to review from Wayfair. I didn't have to. I was able to choose, so I did. But I say that because 9 times out of 10, the person that's underneath me cannot hear what I'm doing up here, because I protected the floor to protect the noise underneath me. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm able to move and shake around here like I like. I did the same for this floor in the hallway. I did the same for the living room. The floor has the carpet squares all over, and then another rug on top. My room, carpet squares, a rug. When I say it is a disgrace people to live above other people and not have a little bit of compassion for what you want to do in your home at any hour of the night, it's truly disgusting what people do. I kid you not. But I only said that for one reason, because you may say, oh, she always bothered with the... But if you look on my floor, you will see the entire floor is covered with at least 3 layers of carpeting, rugs, whatever the case may be. I'm not removing any of it. It's staying right there. Why? Because I can't remove it. But I'm hoping and praying that I get some kind of whatever where I can get to and do what I have to do and leave something for my landlord, the building manager. You know, even if it's a $200 or whatever, just to say, here's towards whoever's going to come in and have to clean up what I couldn't clean up. But I'm trying to do as best I can to remove and all that other stuff that I cannot do everything on my own. But I do not want to ever be that person that have to know that I left the landlord or whoever come behind me with all of this, stuff. So I can only do what I can do. Now, boys and girls, I don't think that you want to cry, so I'm not going to show you the closet. I am so thankful I have my paper. Lord have mercy. Now, I know what this is. I know what this is. I ordered this a number of years ago. I never opened it. I'm trying to find a date. I know exactly what this is. And I don't want it. Absolutely don't want it. Don't want it. But I can tell you how much I paid for it. $85. But I really don't know what to say because of the computer. But yeah, I knew exactly what it was. case you're wondering what that paper is going to do for me, if you have a big shot, I'm going to pass out again. I can't do it anymore today. I can't do it anymore today. I gotta lay down, but I can't make it to my bedroom. I can't make it to my bedroom, so you can leave at any time. Just click the channel off. It's okay to leave now. Like this, I can't do it. Oh yes, I can. Just gotta keep going. But I can't do it. 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 I have fibromyalgia in my scalp. My scalp hurts on the floor. But I found something I didn't even realize was under that table. I tell you, everything happens for a reason. I didn't even know I had this box under here. This box of paper right here. So I see it, and I get to take it out. And a pack of stamps. A pack of stamps I didn't see. But I'm gonna eat a can of sardines. Give me some energy. But boys and girls, if you don't know what a big shot is, I think a die cutting machine. The paper that you need to cut your flowers, your butterflies, your hearts, whatever the case may be. It's usually about maybe sometimes on a sale you can get it for like $3 and some change. Well, each pack in here I paid less than 54 cents for. For the entire box, I paid about $540 something. But for what you see me packing, if I bought it retail, I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it. That's the bottom line. So when I say this is prime real estate, it is prime real estate because this box here is 606. I don't know how many come in each pack, but it's made by a company called American Crafts. I don't know anything about American Crafts, but I do know that this is sold in Hobby Lobby. I've never stepped in Hobby Lobby, but most crafters go to Hobby Lobby. But I know exactly what I paid for it, each of them. I'm not gonna lie. But when I say less than 54 cents a pack, that's all you need to know. I would not be able to go in Hobby Lobby and pay 54 cents for what's in here. So when I say prime real estate, and I just finished paying off the 500 and something. Now, to use a firm, I probably had to pay $22 interest, but if you pay it off sooner, they chip off the interest. So I'm a grinder. I go for broke not to pay interest. But what little I do have to pay compared to what I would have to pay if I paid retail, nobody. There you go. Now, I'm going to make sure that this closet gets in that box. And I'm going to make sure it gets to where I'm going, because if I have nothing in this world, the one thing I need is my crafts, because my crafts help me with my mood. So when I say you have to find what makes you happy, this room makes me happy. Absolutely, boys and girls. And I kid you not, there are times you will find something in the wholesale thing that is available today, and you may need it 6 months from now, and you may say, if I wait. But if you know anything about the summer sales and all that other stuff, crafting for Christmas starts in June. So we are now in April. I'm not crafting for Christmas. I'm just giving you a little piece of information. So when I got my paper, I got purple, blue, black, the generic colors that I would use to make a butterfly, a heart, a square, whatever the case may be, every day of the year. So I don't have to target certain colors for, say, Mother's Day or whatever. For Mother's Day, I may jump on like Temu and buy a pack of paper. But that right there is all for my die cutting machine. I cannot explain to you the blessing that box was. Absolutely not. And I'm gonna tell you something else. And hopefully you don't find a little bit of things that I say disrespectful, because no one can ask me
where I get my main source of supplies. But I kid you not, you need a tax ID, whatever, to shop where I shop. But there was a few posts I read, and it's 3 o'clock now. I read yesterday where people went to table events, and they're wondering why they didn't sell this, and this, and they're like, when they got there, maybe more than one table had the same thing they had and everything else. And one thing I do know, there was a point in time that I was doing much better than I'm doing now. So the economy is very intentional right now, and I am not a fool. So I do know all of that, but I still know what I have the opportunity for, given the right opportunity in place to be. Wherever, I'm not going to go too far into that. But one of the people mentioned, what can I do, because I'm at an event and there's about two tables that has the same exact thing I have. And when I say that was so, I don't know how to describe it, but just imagine you want to do a craft and you're watching a YouTube video, and then you say, okay, she used a pink piece of paper, and you get a pink piece of paper, and then you say, okay, she used a blue dot, let me put a blue dot. If you do that, you're missing something. The video should be for inspiration. It is not for you to copy, because when you copy, you are reproducing the same way the Dollar Tree is. So you go to the Dollar Tree, you buy a card. Everybody who bought that card has the very same sentiment. But if you have inspiration, and then you say, okay, I'm going to take my eye and put it here, just craft without any intention to make something like someone else has. You may have someone walk up to your table and say, oh, and it's the only one they can purchase. Now, there are not too many of those people, but those are my people. Amen. God provides. That's why I don't care about having. I want my people. Amen. I remember when someone messaged me and said how happy they were with what they purchased, but they framed it. They framed it and put it inside of their living room. That's why I label some of my cards as home decor, because it's not what you would purchase out the Dollar Tree for someone to show, and then they could turn around a week later and throw it in the garbage. That is not my tribe. That's why I say to people, I'm not going to buy a template. I don't want a template. Now, I could, but I can't follow a pattern. And I used to cry. I can't even use a ruler like most people in crafting. You would see me with a ruler, but you will not be able to say, what are the measurements for that card? I can't do it. And I always say, my learning disability is a gift from God. Because why? If someone said, can you tell me how to make that? I can't. But if you watch me make it, that's fine. But then there was a woman that reached out to me a long time ago, and she said, Shay, you should make your cards on YouTube. So I asked her why, and she said, because you have, and she explained something to me and all this stuff, and I'm not into all that, so I really can't repeat it. But then I understood something, and there's a major thing people don't realize about YouTube. Now, just say if I was making my cards on YouTube and I was monetized on YouTube, whatever I did with those cards when the camera was done would be irrelevant, because my hustle and grind would be monetizing YouTube. So it would be the cards earning me money by making them. But I'm not monetized on YouTube. And 9 times out of 10, I won't be, unless I get to a point where I can do what I need to do to protect my fall on my own. If you don't understand, that's not for you. But most people who are crafting they're crafting and they're monetized. So what they do with that when the camera is off is irrelevant. They already have their hustling grind in the video. But a lot of people, especially Stampin' Up, takes those cards and put them on eBay. Now, I purchased from Stampin' Up. Now, I will never be disrespectful to Stampin' Up because I don't have that. I will still purchase from Stampin' Up. But the designer paper, oh, Lord have mercy. Ooh, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Thank you, somebody. Somebody was whispering. Take a breath. I looked in the camera and seen something. And if you noticed it, please don't ask me no questions. I'm not going to answer them. Anyway, they take those cards and put them on eBay. And they sell because they are designer series paper. But if you buy a certain paper from there and you make a card and you stand the card up, it's not going to stand up unless you layer it. So there are people that will layer the top, but they won't layer the back. So you have to figure out your own lane and what you want to do with your cards. Because if you plan on selling your cards after you do that video, then that's your hustle and grind along with the video. But a lot of times you will see the outside being decorated and not the inside. And that will tell you something, because a lot of that paper is not going to stand up after that card is made, which means, guess what? It's not going anywhere after that video ends. It very well could go to a donation center, a senior center, or whatever the case may be, but it's damn sure not going to anybody's store to be sold. So if you do make cards, make your own cards. If you feel like you don't have inspiration, take inspiration from watching someone. But whatever you do, don't try to have the same thing someone else has, because a lot of people don't realize one of the pleasures of handmade is having something that is not mass produced. That's why some people will not buy cards out of the Dollar Tree. And when I hear people say, oh, why would I spend $5 for a card? Well, that right there to me is a gift. It's a gift in ways people don't understand, because you can purchase a $5 card from someone, keep it in mint condition, and you may need money one day. And that same card you can layer up on the inside where the sentiment was, or you can cut off the front panel, take your own back panel with a piece of an edge, layer it on, trim it on the inside, and you can resell that card. Why? Because the back is where you get to put your name on, and all you have to do is put resell. Amen. If you see what's coming to me in my new apartment, and all I'm going to do is rebrand in Shay's Creations, and the label is going to say resale. So whenever someone, the right person, gets that and knows where it came from originally, legally, I am a reseller, as long as I don't brand it in the company. Whoa. And it just so happens that the person, end up like bankrupt or whatever. And I mean no disrespect, but the hustle and grind was real, because guess what? I blessed up with 3 sales this month that tells me everything that I knew was coming is coming. And when I saw that listing, I said, God provides, because if you throw a little piece of freebie in there and someone can pinpoint where it came from and leave it in your review, shit, huh? Amen. But I kid you not, one of the things that makes me sad about some of the things that I'm able to do is the fact that I'm limited on what I can do because I am disabled. And now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go to Social Security to let them know that my fibromyalgia, my this, and this, I don't want to be diagnosed on bipolar when, yes, I do have bipolar, but I have other issues that I really would rather be documented on because I'm trying to get somewhere. And in order to get where I'm trying to go, I need the right diagnosis on my documents. I kid you not. I kid you not. So this box is almost done. This box is almost done. And you know, one of the things that I wish I did not have to do, that I knew I was going to have to do if I moved, which I had been trying to do for years, I didn't want to have to package it and carry it with me. But when I saw the opportunity, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Absolutely not. Now, I'm going to show you something. And if you can figure it out, you can figure it out. And then you can do whatever you want to do, and I'm available and all that other stuff. But I kid you not, I don't have time to be taking excess with me. Now, I don't know if anyone knows what this is, but I'm going to hold it up for you for a few minutes. And then I'm going to turn it around to show you this right here. Now, these are brand new. They are, I've had them about 8 years. No, about 10 years. And now I don't want to be opening it and all that other stuff because they are brand new. Brand new. Now, I read from time to time. This one is digestive and urinary tract. These are learning books for children, but a lot of children are advanced. But this here, you can go to eBay and you can see this right here, and you'll pull up these books. Cells and organ, those type of things. Now, these are not the standard books you see in people's homes. But the reason how I know how long I had it is because I bought it for my godson. Whenever he was here, these were the books he was reading. Because why? I believe in learning. Now, I have a learning disability, so I can't remember a lot. But if you move and shake real good with me, you might learn something that you may not hear me say directly. But there's a reason why for that. So when I say what I say, and this one here is the circulatory whatever. So I don't have time for the rest of that. But there was a little person that was reading these books. Now, I do know, okay, he was in kindergarten and he was able to do multiplication. But one of the things with me is during a time of hardship, I went through a physical trauma, and I was told maybe about 5 to 6 years ago, I won't be able to remember because of that trauma. But I have read this book. I have read a few of these books, just, crack them open and look. But when I close the book, I can't tell you what's in the book. So even though I wanted to keep the books every now and then, open, there is no reason to. And everything that was supposed to be absorbed into that little banana that was here is absorbed. But I kid you not, it makes no sense that that the level of education was from that the child had, the parent didn't want the teacher to know. So I felt a certain type of way. But this, for right now, it's going back in this closet. But it's not going with me to my new home. So if you want it, you can figure it out and do that on your own. Baby. Uh-oh. Now this is the dangerous part, boys and girls. Oh, I think I can get it in here, though. Yep, I sure can. Sure can. But I'm going to do something different. Okay. let me get my stamps and put them right in there. Now, I showed this before, and I designed this bag and printed it and everything because it's on my online store. I think it's on my online store. I'm not sure. It might be another one. But I'm going to take some of the cards that I printed already that I'm not necessarily interested in keeping. But when I had access to a beautiful printer, it printed on the best paper ever. So now I have to take that paper because that's the paper I need to hand make a card. Amen. Ooh. And since I don't have anything to put it in, I'm going to put my cards. If you can see, that's a card. There's two cards. I'm going to put it in this tote bag, being very careful with my edges. Very careful with my edges. And I'm just going to take my paper. Now, I'm going to put my paper in here. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm trying to move this box on my own. I'm going to see if I can get someone that has one of those dolly type things that would get this in back of Susie. And I would do the best I can to get this to my location on my own. Absolutely. Now, some of you have seen this already. This is my favorite bag. I made this one because I was trying to learn how to do this bottom right here. And so I made myself my bag. And yeah, I do in the summertime to go outside that often. But there's a time I may have a certain outfit on and I would carry my bag. So I'm going to put some cards in there. Now these are happy birthday cards. So uh-oh. No. Yep. Okay. There you go. Take some away. I can't get the bottom because I need two hands. When I say two hands, I mean my two and someone else's two. Now this one says, wishing you a speedy recovery. Like that. Now, I am so thankful because I have some things to put to use. Now, this right here, I was learning how to sew, and I kid you not, I think I did a great job. A great job for somebody who can't sew anymore. I can't see the needle. I can't get the needle in the thing. And I don't use the bag, but I don't want to throw it away either. So I'm going to put a little paper in there. But actually, I'm not. I'm going to put my postage stamps in there. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with all those stamps. They're trying to say the post office is going to close in a year. I'm like, wow. Wow. Now I don't have to worry about filling up the box. And in case you haven't seen these pretty bags, they're so cute. And these type of bags here, I buy a package of these type of bags, and then I may put like a tag here, a little bow there, and these end up being my bags I use for Christmas, rather than go to the Dollar Tree and buy a single bag for $1 and change. I buy a package of bags, and just, so that's how I end up getting these. Now, I need a little bit of cushion in between here. So I'm going to see if I can put this here, which I can, but I could fold it and lay it on top, and it will give me the cushion that I need. And I will still end up traveling with 2 bags that I want. Now I have to see if I can find. I found it, but it keeps chipping. I don't know why though. This is some very, very good tape. Gee whizzers, boys and girls. And the more I chip it, the more it just goes nowhere. Like, why? Ooh, that's a waste of tape. I just can't even get a piece of it. And all I'm doing is chip. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, wow. I got a strip. It's not going to do nothing. But I did almost have it. I don't want to keep wasting. But you know what I think? I think it's because that nail is so long. But I'm just chipping away. I wonder if the tape is old. Can that happen? Because it's just... Now, okay, I got it. I'm going to tell you how I got it in a minute. Hopefully I can keep it. Nope. Okay, I have to go back here and take it from here. You know what I think? I think it's split in layers. But I'm gonna try to get another one. I had to bring it, instead of this way, I had to bring it that way. So that's how I'm gonna get this layer right here. But that doesn't mean I'm going to keep it unless I can bring it that way. There you go. Kind of figured that out on my own. There we go. I'm going to make sure I don't lose it. This tape is good, boys and girls. Okay. Oof. Now this is almost done. Yee. Now, I haven't worn these boots in a few years. It's time to figure out where the hell they're going. But I'm quite sure you know where they're not going. In the trash. Ooh, boys and girls, that's good. Boys and girls, let me tell you something, honey. I am extremely happy that I have these. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Extremely. Woo, Lord have mercy. Let me show you. I'm trying not to drop it, but one is falling. There you go. Okay, let me see if I can find one that's open for you. Let me tell you, boys and girls. Let me tell you. Perfect. Now that one's open. I'm gonna tell you something in a minute. Okay. Now that's the last of that right there. Can't put that there. Can't put that there. Okay, now let me tell you something. I applied for a few apartments and they denied me. I ended up getting approved from one building. It was beautiful. Terrace, everything. It was everything. And a woman said to me that I was approved. I wanted it. It was beautiful. But she said, you have housing, so you don't need to work. And at that moment, I was put in a situation where I couldn't believe who was sitting in front of me saying what they were saying. And I said, and at that time, I was doing a little better than I'm doing now. Right now, I'm basically scraping. And when I say scraping, I mean living on nothing. But at that time, I was getting sales on eBay. So I asked the lady, plain and simple, are you saying to me that I can take the unit, but I have to give up Shay's Creations to do it? So she looked at me and she wouldn't answer. So I really felt horrible because I know I have health issues, but I do want to have some purpose in life. I don't have a problem sitting down watching TV, drinking tea, eating snacks, but I do want to do something that I feel I should be able to do. So I left that day, went home, and she messaged me a few times asking me if I still want the unit. And I said, yes, I do want the unit, and thank you. I said, but I need you to clarify if Shay's Creations can come with me. So she never answered. And then she came back a few days later saying if I wanted the unit, and I said yes. But she wouldn't give me a clear answer after what she said. So when I went back and I'm talking to her, she made it point blank, period, clear. You have access to the unit, but you cannot have a job. So I couldn't take the unit. And I felt a certain type of way. So when I went home, I messaged her and I said, I feel insulted for you to be a black woman telling me to go home and sit on my mattress and do nothing all day and let people pay my rent. I said, that's not right. I said, because I'm trying to help myself. That's why I used to cry a lot, because I kept getting refused. So this unit here, when I was sitting down at the table, I asked the woman, I said, at this current time, I don't have, massive earnings, whatever, but I do want to know if I can have a work at home employment living here. And she said yes, but for some reason, I believe that she did some type of research on me before I came because of the questions she was asking about Shay's Creation. So when I tell you how blessed I am to be accepted into a location and allowed to have Shay's Creation. So the only thing she said to me was, everything I do is Shay's Creations. So at one point I didn't understand what she meant, but when I went home, all I could do is cry because I understood what she meant when she said everything is Shay's Creations, which means just say if I sold this, that's Shay's Creations. She doesn't want me to do to say my online store is Shay's Creations, but that Kool-Aid bag is not Shay's Creations. So what I have already known is when I walk out my front door, I'm Shay's Creations. When I'm driving in my vehicle, I'm Shay's Creations. So now she's trying to let me know that I need to keep very good records. I need to be able to document this. So when I tell you how bad I want to be in this unit is because I get to continue to do what I want to do. Now, I kid you not, that's a blessing. And I've literally had people say to me, you're not well, you shouldn't be trying. It's okay. I understand and thank you. But I don't need anyone to tell me what I should not try because that decision is mine. It's not going to cost me but 2 minutes to sit down at a table and decide if I want to craft. But I had to ask myself a question a long time ago that I decided and I finalized in my mind when I got called for this unit and I sat across the woman and asked, could I? And she said yes. I don't want to craft just to craft. I want to craft to earn so that when I am older, not standing here 56 years old trying to make it, and I want to be able to make it when I'm older to know that God forbid anything happen to my roof. This, I can afford to keep a roof over my head. And I want to be able to walk into a store knowing that I am a part of the environment that produces income for the community. Now, I don't know if that makes me a bad person because I have housing or not, and I don't even care what anyone else says. I care about what I say and what I feel. So that's why I say I am no longer going to hide the fact that I have bipolar disorder. It is what it is. I am bipolar and I love myself. But I still have every right to be able to do what I want to do. I can't work for nobody. I've tried, I clocked it, I did it all. The phone rang a few times. That man said, lay her off in 30 days. I kid you not, I heard the boss, and he think I was insulted. I wasn't insulted because I couldn't take the damn phone ring. Still can't take the phone ring. Let me check my phone, by the way. I'm waiting for a call. Somebody, I'm getting tired of people saying, why is your phone not ringing? But I can't, no, he didn't call. I can't. So now let me tell you something. When I did a wholesale order, let me see this video. Lord have mercy. Uh, Charlotte, I'm not gonna stop. So y'all could just leave if you want to. Y'all my friend right now. I need company. But anyway, I went to a wholesaler at one time because I was trying to do some events, and I got these beautiful handmade bracelets. Let me see. Somewhere in here, but these are handmade. So I have them now. I kid you not. When I was in my new community, I saw a store that was empty. It looks like a little like a little old store, like something you would find that's not like high end and all that other stuff. And I saw it, and I said, you know, I could make. I always wanted a brick and mortar. I went across the street and all that other stuff looking for brick and mortars, and then I went to research and to see how much the rent would be in that neighborhood, the rent would be in this neighborhood. But a lot of people are looking for brick and mortars, and they're moving into those brick and mortars so they can have their store. But one thing I know, I can't move into a brick and mortar. I have to be able to work from home because where I provide my shelter has to be my storage. Why? So I don't have to pay another fee to store. So I'm thankful because guess what? Now I have something to list online in my new community, and all I have to do now is I don't have to rush. All I have to do is wait for the person. When they're ready, I will have it. So boom, opportunities. And it's hard. I can't get anything else in that box. I'm trying to look for my cush. Uh-oh. I'm going to show you this now. It's hard to live on pittance on purpose. On purpose. Trying to stay poor on purpose for no apparent reason is ridiculous. Now, I will tell you something else. So, I may be telling a little bit too much information, but I'm still okay. I had a conversation with someone who worked for Social Security, and he told me, he said, I've been watching you for a year. You need your health insurance, and he said, you are disabled. So he tried to let me know that at some point I have to come to terms with the fact that I am disabled. So I have every intention now to do everything within intention to where I can earn a living, continue to do what makes me happy, to make me have something to do for the day, be able to have my rent go up so that I could pay more into the community, into the government, pay my taxes and everything, and still provide myself with shelter. But it had to take me to get fundamentally stable enough to do all of that on my own, so I don't have to bring someone in to do these things for me on my computer, because a lot of people who need someone to get on the computer and mingle their money are not doing so well. And then when they hit the street, the person who did the mingling with the money is good, because why? Some people know how to survive. But me on the street, there's only one thing I could look for, and that is a sheet and a chandelier. Don't think I'm joking, because I'm not. Anyway, this this bag is on one of my online stores, and I'm so happy that I was able to design it based on the material that they gave me, rather than having to use certain measures. So I'm gonna look. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this bag to cushion this space right here. Cushion this space right here. And then I'm gonna take this bag down that I designed when I said love yourself. And I'm gonna put it right here. And then this bag here that says you are not alone. Love my bags, boys and girls. And I am absolutely going to keep my online stores and everything. Because guess what? I work hard designing these little things. They don't have to be what everybody else has. I'm not looking for a viral and to follow, because a lot of people now are suffering, especially those people that were following TikTok and all of the trends and everything, which is great if you are looking to do all of that. But I just want someone to see a bag who's suffering from mood support, need a little lift up in their spirits, want to walk with something that no one else has, and just say, I want this, and then pick it. But now a lot of people who were following that trend on TikTok are actually homeless because they didn't take time to figure out where and why and how. Nope. So you got to protect yourself. There was someone about 2 years ago that told me to put my Cash App on different things. He said, I think it was a he. No, the lady that saw me that at the outdoor event, she was a lady. But the person that was on the computer, he said, you need to be putting your Cash App on one of them coffee cups somewhere. He said, because what you're doing. And then I'm so thankful. So I started doing it. But I'm trying to fill a little void. Sorry. Another bag. So I'm just thankful. And look at this bag here. In the summertime, sometimes, like if I walk into Dollar General or something, I will wear my bag. But in here is my favorite little friend, which is Winnie the Pooh. So sometimes I put it on there. I have this red thing that I got to review for a sample in here to separate. But guess what? I don't even have anything in this bag most of the time. But I can't get rid of the bag. I bought the bag for like $2 and change from Temu, and I used my printer to do the design. I actually did one for my friend for Christmas, and when she saw it, she said, "Why did you do the back in black or something like that?" And at that moment, I was like dumbstruck, because I said, even if the black wasn't liked, I'm not saying that she had to like the bag, but the thought behind the time that it took me to make it. That's why I say, boys and girls, you have to have a certain mind to deal with handmade, because not everyone values the time behind the gift. And I said you could give it back to me, and I don't believe she gave it back to me, but the gift itself from me, it was no longer in the format that I gave it. So now look at that, boys and girls. Another box is done. See that? Woo! Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, tape. Now I I have 2 more boxes of paper in there, but I can't do anything with that right now. Boom! Wow! Uh-oh! Now, that's enough for the night. I'm going to bid you farewell while I move on into the kitchen. But I need to lay down for a little while. May need a little nibble of my chicken. But the reason why I put that white piece of paper on the outside is because I want to make sure that that box wasn't open prior to it getting from here to there. That's it. My friend worked for the moving company, and he told me some of the things to do. So that one I need to make sure. But I'm doing everything he told me to do. He said, I know you're going to do it your way because you know how you are and you know you like to do. Well, if you come upstairs, you'll see I did it the way you told me to. But I have to get boxes because these 2 cabinets need to be emptied out, and they are they're 2 separate cabinets. This one comes off because it's a kitchen cabinet. This is a kitchen cabinet, and it has all of my notebooks in it, little papers, cards, everything. And when I say notebooks, I mean my little notebooks that I make when I do the thing. Oh, look at there. Oh, I'm gonna throw that in the garbage. I was designing a jar. It says each friend is a gift from a loving, and I don't know what the bottom was supposed to say, but I'm gonna throw that in the garbage. But I don't want to touch this right now. But I'm thinking now with my kitchen. I don't know how it looks, but that is a kitchen cabinet, and I may be able to put that in my kitchen. Anyway, long story short, thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing. Surprise. Oh damn, did I say surprise? I'm tired. Bye.